Hello everybody and welcome to the Great Minecraft Race YouTube channel. I am thrilled today that we have an interview with a member from one of our partnered charities. I would love to welcome Najm Khan, Director of External Affairs at Humanity First UK. Firstly, Najm, welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you on. So to start with, let's just get an idea of you first. What exactly do you do at Humanity First UK?
So you've explained the title as such, but within the role I serve as a director on the board, and my activities are mainly around fundraising, marketing, the advocacy, and within fundraising, there's many different streams. Merchandise is a big thing that we do as well, and it's really about getting the word out about the charity to be able to fund the projects that we do around the world. So that really is my core kind of responsibilities within the team.
Well, that's hopefully a little bit about what we're going to do today as well. Wonderful stuff. Can you give us a little bit of a history then about Humanity First UK, maybe how it started or how you got involved with the project?
Yeah. So that's going back. So two things. Humanity First itself is just celebrating its 30th year, finished its 30th year. And it started as a very small, humble organization here in the United Kingdom. And it's blossomed into over 70 different countries now where they're registered or working in or serving in those kind of countries. Humanity First UK itself is a newer entity, which was registered about 5-6 years ago now. And what's allowed Humanity First to do overall is now we have an international board which looks after so many countries because of the exponential growth in the last 30 years. It was really to concentrate on what we could do in the United Kingdom rather than from having an international base, but also be able to support a lot of the work, a lot of the projects in a specific amount, set amount of countries. So that's really where the formal registration, if that makes any sense, but Humanity First globally as a charity, like I said, 30 years. It's been an amazing journey. My involvement, oh God. So yeah, I think probably less formally around 2017, I probably got involved in it formally. I was always a fringe volunteer, if you like, kind of thing. Wherever there was stuff to do, I tried to jump in and do that as part of a youth organization. But formally about 2017, I joined the international team, which, like I said, morphed into UK. And I was able to, join the new team. It was really exciting times, that times, a new team, a new kind of vigor, a new kind of direction, just to increase on the work that's been done before, and just to really to grow the activities, to be honest. So that's probably where I was, and like took a more serious role 2020, etc. when we got formed, and the administration became what it is.
That's awesome. Really great to hear all the stuff about what's been going on with Humanity First UK before. It's an interesting one because Humanity First UK is the first humanitarian charity that we here at the Great Minecraft Race are supporting. Okay. Can you give us a little bit of an idea of maybe what the word humanitarian means to you specifically?
That's a very wide kind of scope, I think you've mentioned there, but I think all things humanity, and one of the things that attracted me towards Humanity First was the name. Yeah. And it's something that's really recognized, and people I love the merch on the people say, well, what is that kind of thing? What is Humanity First? And it's in the name. It's trying to be that helping hand, and we like to say to be wipe away the tears for those people who are in need, and that can be anywhere in the world, and regardless of color, creed, race, whatever it is. We try to be there wherever we can within our means, kind of thing. And I think that's what humanitarian means. It's global, it's universal. So that universality, you help wherever you can, whoever you can, without consideration for all the other factors in today's kind of confused world that we have today. So that's really what it is. To be able to help everyone to whatever capacity that you can.
Yeah, and you mentioned there about the charity name, and I think that actually speaks to what the word humanitarian means as well, right? Humanity first. You're putting humans first at any given point, which is amazing. It's awesome that we get to support such a big charity, of course, as well. So once you guys obviously bring in some money. You mentioned there about merchandising and whatever else you have, maybe some events that are raising money for you, for example. Where exactly does that money raised go?
So we're really proud to say, in a humble way, that we guesstimate about over 90% of the funds that we raise go to the actual projects which we continue around the world, and we can say that because the majority, like myself, our management board, and a lot of the volunteers are exactly that volunteers. This is not we refuse a salary. We do this as within our own time. A lot of us are, we have full-time jobs at the same time, and families and all that kind of stuff as well. So, that the impact that we can have for the funds to be used exactly what it was raised for is greater than most charities, and we feel like it has more impact, kind of thing. And that in itself, yes, it's harder work, but it's so motivating and so rewarding and enriching, and knowing that what you're doing is going into the right hands, kind of thing. Which is a challenge for all charities, without a doubt. There's some excellent, amazing charities across the world who do so many good things, and this is one of the challenges that we have. But we're really, really fortunate. You can't have that kind of volunteer base without a good spirit, a good message, a good ethos, and a good kind of thing, and a good name like Humanity First, kind of thing. So we're lucky. We need to do, we just want to do more as much as we can. But with volunteers, you can do what you can, but there's a special zeal when it comes to volunteers, that they do it, and they do it selflessly, and that's the beauty of it, and that's really what's sustained us for all these years, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that message is so important, and yeah, I've seen it on your website, and you brought it up there. 95% of all funds goes directly to the projects, which, I mean, you can't ask for more than that, really, when you're raising money for a cause. So obviously humanitarian crises are widespread. There are many different versions, but I want to hone in a little bit on specifically natural disasters response, because I think that's something that can go a little bit under the radar. People just see on the news that there are people who are flocking to a place and trying to help. From a humanity first perspective, what does that process look like? If there's a natural disaster that happens in the world, what's the process of, right, we need to help there, to getting people on the ground?
So it's a really interesting thing, because I think that's an evolving workspace in this day and age as well. And the reason I say that, I'll give you an example. There was a tsunami in Indonesia. This is going back to 2018, which I had the chance to visit. I went a couple of weeks after as part of a team to see how things work, see how the local team worked. So the privilege and benefit of having local teams on the ground is that they can affect local change very quickly. Natural disasters are fast-moving, chaotic kind of situations. And the first thing that you have to do really is have boots on the ground, and to be able to assess what the needs are, and then assess what you can do. So that initial assessment is absolutely key. So in Indonesia, there's an amazing Humanity First team in Indonesia, who are, they're in that space where they have earthquakes and tsunamis, kind of thing, and every so often. So they've really honed their skills, and they know that what they can do, they can deploy shelter maybe quickly, they can deploy food, kind of thing, because these disasters, they upset the normal rhythm of life without a doubt, kind of thing.
Sure.
And that's what they do, and some are much worse than others, kind of thing. But to be able to give that kind of service very quickly, that's been one of our one of our ace cards, kind of thing, to be able to serve people and see people and make those assessments. So and the key for it, my feeling is, and why I said it's an evolving market place, is because it used to be that a whole contingent of people from, let's say, Western countries or whatever will go to a dire place over there, do some work, and whatever, come back. Now that still happens. We have medics in the Turkey earthquake. We had medics that came from Germany, from the UK, and whatever. Even not natural disaster, but due for wartime, for example, recently in Ukraine that when the Ukrainians were crossing the border
Of course, yeah.
into Poland. So there were camps that were set up for a while where we were able to not just serve hot meals for the poor people coming across, but get them medical help and get them doctors to be checked out. So there is always a contingent of teams to be able to go from the bigger countries to go and serve and help over there, and to give that extra bit of support, maybe guidance, maybe funds definitely, we'll be able to do that. That's really important. But I think the real currency is in having the local people trained and being able to handle things, because there's when natural disaster happens, governments change course really quickly. The rules aren't the rules anymore, kind of thing. Resources trying to get things in and out of the place, kind of thing, become really, really crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's an involved effort between everyone else, and and we're lucky we can work with some of our partner Humanity First countries, be it in Europe or the US or the UK or Canada, for example, where we're able to kind of give that professionalism or whatever it is. But really, I think that the heroes on the ground are the local teams, and they're the ones that really make a difference, because they have to sustain the work. We can send medics and doctors and all these kind of people for a period of a week, 2 weeks, kind of thing, and keep them coming and going. But essentially, it's the guys on the ground that pick it up and really help the people.
That's awesome, and of course, to have those local groups must be such an asset in those moments, for sure. So you mentioned it there. Obviously, Humanity First is a global organization. There are teams dotted everywhere, but we have brought Humanity First in as our European charity partner, of course. And I'd like to get a little bit of an idea about how Humanity First is helping closer to home. So specifically here in the UK, I know there's a couple of projects going on. Can you give us a bit more information about that?
Yeah. So we're always in a position we're always in a place where we're looking to extend our projects here in the UK. During the COVID outbreak, that was a chance for us to really get into it. And we were, like I alluded to, when Humanity First UK is registered, is in and around the same time as that. So it was learning very quickly on the cuff. It was crazy. But in terms of a fixed line projects, we've got 2 food banks in the UK, one in Murfield in West Yorkshire, and one in Walsall in the West Midlands. And they have been running non-stop ever since that kind of be set up between 2020 and 2021. There was about a year or two difference between the two. And we've got something similar being set up in Wigan in the north, kind of thing as well. So we've probably concentrated in areas where there's unmet need that we knew, and where there was an opportunity where our volunteers are close enough to be able to run that. Those projects again are run by volunteers, local people. Wow. And you can imagine. And our kind of typically a food bank, it will be in an industrial estate somewhere with a unit and shelving and whatever. We wanted to flip the script a little bit, in the sense that we ensured that these were formerly retail shops, so they were visible to people. So it wasn't hard for people to get, because one of the things, if you're strapped for cash to get to the food, to get some food and get to the food bank, then it's double hard for our beneficiaries, right? But if we're in an open area where it's the town centre or a shopping centre, the one in Walsall is literally in the main shopping centre in the Sadler Centre in Walsall. Wow. So next to another charity shop, effectively. But we run completely on a volunteer basis, and it's for food. And I mean, it's great, but sadly they're very busy. I have to say sadly, because the condition of the times that we're living here in the UK as well. But at the same time, it's a real opportunity for us to be able to support, and they help people in the local area. But when in Murford especially, we'll go into surrounding towns as well, to the point where sometimes we get to do the food deliveries as well. People come down, and there's really made a name for itself, in the sense that they're one of the busiest in those areas now. So there's a lot of dependency on our beneficiaries for us in that place. But the beauty of it really is the volunteers. People are selflessly giving up their time 4 to 5 days a week during the week, kind of thing. And being able to serve the local communities, and it's been really rewarding. It's been really fruitful, and the the demand is just increasing. We hope that we'll be in a position to open more. We know what that looks like now, so we have to be absolutely 100% that okay, we can manage this, and that the volunteers who are at the heart of everything that we do, that we can support the people, because the worst thing is to come start something and not continue, not be sustainable. So sustainability is big for us. So that's broadly speaking what we do in the UK. Yes, we can respond to floods and this and the other. We've done little bits here and there in the UK, but always looking to increase our UK projects, always looking to see where we can be effective within the means that we have as well. So, that's really important to us here in the UK, because home is home.
Yeah, it really is. And you've explained a lot there about we do have problems right on our doorstep that need solving. So
absolutely, yeah. We say that the utopia for us is when we close the food banks.
Sure.
Because
that has to be the goal, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. In the meantime, we're here to help as much as we can.
Absolutely. And help you guys do. And it's for that reason that we are so proud to be partnering and supporting Humanity First UK for this year's Great Minecraft Race. It's a genuine pleasure. Last question before I let you go. How do events like the Great Minecraft Race, I know you guys have been working with maybe another couple of esports events recently, how do they benefit charities like yourselves?
I think two things, and they're probably related to my working area within Humanity First. And first of all, look, we're really grateful to have this opportunity with you guys, especially, and the esports space is really interesting. And I think over the last few years with charities, it's grown, especially like I said, the COVID period and lockdowns and stuff, we were seeing a lot more of this stuff. So it's it's probably an unintended aspiration that we've achieved here today. So it's really good. It's we're really grateful for that kind of support. And through events like yours, we will generate funds. Again, with the money that we have, you can see that we're spending it on the places where there is need. But also, I think the thing is in terms of a type of advocacy as well, right? If we're working with you, if we're working in this esports space, we're perhaps not, we're a big charity, but we're a small charity. We're very humble in that respect, in the sense that yes, we're spread all over the world, but we're not necessarily a household name, and that is a real thing. That is an aspiration for us to obviously be a household name, so that we can be more effective in the service that we give, and be wider in the service that we give as well. So it's the benefits are untold. I think they're massive. Obviously, we can't do anything without raising funds. We can't put. We can't run food banks. We can't have the shelves full. We can't, we can't support natural disasters or even, people in war-torn situations. We can't do it, or, medical kind of work, send doctors to parts of rural Africa to do eye operations and give people sight, and drinking water that we kind of take for granted. Today we'll open the tap, but, we have a Water for Life project, which digs boreholes in really, rural and in the jungle, if you want to think about it that way, kind of thing. Where typically families, ladies and women in villages would walk 3 to 4 kilometers per day to fill up water from dirt ponds, effectively. Wow. Where there's waterborne diseases. The children would drink it, and effectively it causes sickness. And then that has a effect on the education of the child as well. The children won't go to school anymore. Then they're forever in this cycle of deprivation and poverty. So you give someone water, and you give them the freedom to go and get educated. And education is also part of the thing. Knowledge for Life. We have we have schools open in certain parts of Africa as well. Well-rated, well-run schools as well. That the authorities are appreciative of the way that they're run. And again, schools, if you see some of the buildings that we inherited, or some of the places with schools, you can't even call it a school. It's literally a shack with no roof or anything like it. Yeah. And we've been in a position to physically build solid buildings and they'll still look quite basic to you and me. You know, we went to school whenever we went to school, kind of thing, and it's really there. But you know,
sure, let's not get into that because
yeah,
the audience are very young, and we'll just age ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. So but look, education is key for us. Knowledge for life. We have IT centers in Africa as well. In places like Uganda, we run schools. We have the water projects are always increasing, kind of thing. There's no shortage of that ever come. And we don't just build new boreholes. There's in many areas where either other charities or other organizations have built one, and it's not looked after or sustained, anything like that, and then it breaks. So we refurbish as many of them as we can do as well, you know. As well as the disaster stuff and all that kind of. So what you guys will do and what you will raise will have direct impact on people there, because that's where the money goes.
And that's so wonderful to hear. You heard it from the horse's mouth. If you want to support the Great Minecraft Race, you are supporting wonderful charities and causes, much like Humanity First UK. Please make sure you are there on March the 7th at 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. CET, 10 p.m. SAST, and 3 p.m. EST. Got those fully in the brain these days as we start to look towards the race actually starting, and you can be there while we are raising all of that money. But just to shut this one down, I'd like to thank you so much, Najm, for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Can you let us know maybe where we can find Humanity First online if we want to find out more?
Yeah, sure. Our website is hfuk.org. You'll find us on all your socials, Instagram, X, Facebook, all of them. It's at Humanity First UK. Our Instagram is the other way, it's at uk.humanityfirst. But yeah, you find us on socials and the website. So yeah, look forward to seeing you there. And Perfect. Good luck to everyone, and good luck with the tournament.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon.